Good morning and welcome to Daybreak. I'm James Hill.
And I'm Alexandra Clements. This morning on Daybreak, we all wonder where the snowplows are, but now there's a way for you to find them with the touch of your finger.
And snow and ice covered the city last week. Jillian Belich is here, and she's going to be joining us to let us know how the weather will be better or if it will be worse.
Plus, James and I have an interview with the Vice President of the Point Park Music Association.
Daybreak, it starts right now. Good morning and welcome to Daybreak. I'm James Hill again alongside Alex. The weather, it's something everybody's been talking about. It's been pretty rough on the East Coast.
It's been a big blizzard going on, yes.
I know, Alex, you like the snow?
I love the snow. I love driving in it. I love playing in the snow. I love it. Well, I wish we had more of it.
I like it too. It's just the days after. The slush, it's just, it doesn't get fun. Are we going to be expecting more of that as we go through?
Sadly, yes. More towards the weekend. Yeah. Thanks, Alex and James. This week is shaping up to be another cold week. Monday with a high of 17 and a low of -1. Tuesday gets a little bit better with a high of 28 degrees and a low of 25, with it being a little bit partly cloudy. And during the week on Wednesday, it will warm up a little bit with a high of 32, but a low of 0. Thursday into Friday are going to be into the lower teens, and Saturday and Sunday will go back up into the 20s, but still with lows in the lower teens. That is the weather looking back. That is the weather this week. Now back to James and Alex with what's going on at the school.
Thanks, Jillian. A new service that's in the works to make the lives of Point Park students a little easier. The university is in the process of releasing new software that will help allow students to track Point Park shuttles. The software shows where each Point Park shuttle is in real time, giving the students the privilege to be able to plan their shuttle rides a little more accurately. The service, it would be available on smartphone internet browsers as well as computer browsers. Plans for the software are still being discussed, but hopefully we can see that change in the near future.
A new show is set to open this Friday, February 6th at the Pittsburgh Playhouse. The Rep, the Conservatory's professional theater company, will present the world premiere of Prussia 1866, a story of young scholar Friedrich Nietzsche, his mentor Heinrich, and his mentor's wife. The play, directed by Kim Martin and written by Gab Cody, will run through Sunday, February 22nd in the Raw Theater. You can purchase tickets on the Pittsburgh Playhouse website or at the box office.
And 5 Point Park University students are currently entering this year's Sundance Film Festival in Park City, Utah. Freshman cinema majors Damon Long and David Randolph and Justin Illing, along with senior theater majors Neiman Aaron Outland, they earned the opportunity by applying with the Creative Mind Group. This company, it connects with the next generation of talented television and film professionals to the entertainment industry. The interns, they're placed with companies in the industry of choice who are doing that work at the festival. This week-long internship, is meant to give students a chance to network with professionals and form relationships that could lead to jobs in the future. Now, Josh Krupp, there's a lot of stuff going on nationally. It's been a busy week here, but it's been a busy week around the country, actually, Alex. Isn't it crazy?
Yes, it has.
Josh, what's going on with national news this week?
Yeah, James, a lot's going on with national news this week, particularly Winter Storm Juno that rolled through the Northeast last week. It left New Englanders stuck with more than 2 feet of snow in some areas, and from Philadelphia to Boston, more than 35 million people braced for a paralyzing snowstorm that had historic potential. The snow lived up to the hype in New England, but left politicians and forecasters apologizing elsewhere. While New York, Philadelphia, and New Jersey prepared to get 1 to 2 feet of snow, New York saw just under 10 inches, Philadelphia a mere inch or so, and New Jersey got up to 10 inches. But while the snowstorm may have missed New York and company, it showed no mercy to the Northeast. It became the snowiest January storm for Boston, and cities in New Hampshire, Maine, and Connecticut accumulated over 30 inches of snow. And Disneyland's measles outbreak that we told you about last week is getting worse. 2 more cases of measles have been confirmed in Arizona, linked to a family of 4 who recently traveled to Disneyland in California. The outbreak has now spread to a total of 14 states. Switching gears now, Jordan has agreed to swap a woman convicted of taking part in a terrorist attack in 2005 in exchange for a Jordanian fighter pilot held by ISIS. No word, though, so far on whether ISIS is going to accept this deal. It is also hoped that ISIS will also free a Japanese journalist, Kenji Goto, who is also a hostage of the terror group. And finally, Australian scientists say a particular strain of probiotics could offer a possible cure for people with potentially fatal peanut allergies. Researchers studied the effects that the probiotic had on 60 children allergic to peanuts, 80% of which tolerated peanuts afterwards without any allergic symptoms. Peanut allergies have increased by 350% in the past 2 decades, and the most common death due to food allergies. That's what's going on around the nation and in the world. Now back to James and Alex at the couch.
Thanks for that, Josh. Coming up on Daybreak, Alex and I, we have an interview with the Vice President of the Point Park Music Association. She's going to join us, and she's going to tell us all about the great music she does here at Point Park.
Plus, music will be filling the studio today as Eli Mahalik will be performing for us. Coming up after the break.
We are a social people. We share our inspiration, wisdom, creations, and memories. We share what makes us laugh and what angers us. Built on the notion of a free flow of ideas, our country thrives on the freedom of speech. Without it, who would watch over our governing powers? And how would we share our history to make a difference for the future? It's this freedom to share that gives us a reason to listen.
Start your morning with City News.
Start your morning with campus news.
Start your morning with political coverage.
Start your morning with fun.
Start your morning with us, only on Daybreak.
Did you know that Point Park has a cheerleading squad?
Don't stop. Don't get it confused.
Not only do our cheerleaders represent Point Park at regional and national competitions, but they also promote spirit and awareness of every sports team on campus. Come to any men's or women's varsity basketball game at home to watch the cheerleaders perform at halftime and cheer from the sidelines from the first jump ball to the final buzzer. Sports not your thing? You can catch the cheer team lead the crowd at the fall and spring pep rallies as well, or at several competitions around Pittsburgh each year. So what are you waiting for? Show the Point Park cheerleaders the support they show you.
To me, freedom of speech means there are no barriers to voice opinions. Communication is key to a functioning society and relationships in those societies. I believe our forefathers gave us this right, so if concerns or problems arise, we have the right to respectively use words, aids, and body language to give our message. Compromise may not always be met, but when it does meet, it opens up the world to new ideas, relationships, and makes the world become a happier place.